Well, there sits a 6620 all in her glory. There's a big pile of straw underneath it. I don't know if you can make that out or not, but Tuesday on July 4th when we went up combining rye, it wrapped a big pile wrapped around the beater in the front, and then it all went in at once and clogged her tight. It only took us probably 5 hours to dig it out, but that was a fun time. And as you can see, it's sitting a little crooked, but I did that on purpose because we don't have a tarp that doesn't have a hole in it, so I cleaned all the rye out, what was left in the bin, and then leaned it and left all the doors off the bottom of the unloading auger, so all the water will run out of it. Hopefully we won't have too big of a mess, but that's not what this video is about. As you can see, there sits the long divider for it, and there's no long divider. Well, we ran into a bit of an issue combining. As you can see, I just got done doing an awful looking weld. I'm not proud of that at all, but this bracket here, it mounts a spring that goes from here to up here on the wobble box, and the bolts broke out, so we put 2 new grade 8 bolts in it, which I can't get the third one out, so we're gonna try it with 2. Hopefully they won't break, but this bracket was just hanging loose and flopping around, and the only thing holding it on was the bolt that goes right here for the long divider. So as we were running it, it would flop around and then throw the belt off for the cutter bar. So we had to get that fixed so we can use it again. And hopefully it's fixed. I hope. If not, I'll have to redo it and somehow get it down to the big welder, because I was using the little baby welder because the head's 16 feet wide and we don't have a header cart for it, so can't get it up the driveway to the big welder. But yeah, there it is. I think it was broke whenever I bought the head. And since they had it sitting on the ground, it wasn't on the machine. There was no way you could come up to the long divider and wiggle it around, but that was my own fault for not inspecting it close enough, because I had already bought the combine and I needed a head for it, and I wasn't paying $2,500 for a head, and I got the head pretty cheap, so I can put some time and money into it. But yeah, here's a better view of that pile of straw that's underneath the old girl. It's pretty nice. I ended up tearing the concave out and the rock trap door, and had the feeder house all opened up, and it was a mess. Had to come along on a cylinder pulling it backwards to pull it out. Let's just say that was not very fun at all. And then I did spill some rye whenever I cleaned it out of the bin, but here's the straw that came out of the back whenever I did it. Whenever we finally got her going and wound it up. Like I said, it took us 5 hours to unclog it, which was not fun, but we ended up, because there's a bar that you gotta make. John Deere doesn't supply it, which doesn't surprise me, but we ended up wrapping a chain through these little holes in the cylinder and then hooking it down there on the frame and wrenching it backwards, which I don't need that. Which reminds me, I have to tighten the belt for the cylinder. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got the belt right there. I got the belt really loose because it keeps hopping off the back pulley, one rib. It's a 3-ribbed belt, but it keeps hopping off and only running like a 2-ribbed belt. So I don't know what that's all about. I have to work on that, but yeah. So that's what I'm working on. But that's what I'm working on, is fixing that head and the long divider and all that fun stuff. This side's completely different because it doesn't have the wobble box for the cutter bar on it, which is alright with me. That zip strip down there. Surprisingly, the automatic header height control actually works. The side hill throws a fit every now and then, but you just bump the button which way you want to go with it, and it seems to start working again. I don't know. We'll see. Hoping to get the ride done with it, and then the jury's out on what's going to happen to it. Might keep it for soybeans. Might start trying to sell it. I didn't really need a combine when I bought it, but the price was right, and well, I have an equipment sickness. I just can't stop buying stuff, so. But it's alright. Who knows, maybe there'll be a red one sitting here. Maybe there'll be a silver one sitting here. Because this thing is a pain to work on. But, well, I'll get back to putting this long divider on. Actually, I have to put the thing that holds the wobble box back on. I was thinking of putting in there where it was welded. I was thinking about putting a piece of metal in there to stiffen it up more, but I can't get in there with a drill, and I'm not blowing it out with a torch. So I think I'm just gonna let it go, and if it breaks again, then we'll fix it up a little better and try that. But yeah, that's what we're working on today. Trying to get this fixed before I go to work. That way tomorrow I can hopefully put that divider back on, and then Saturday morning go combine. Well, Saturday morning if there's no dew, but probably more like Saturday after lunch, and then we'll get her going again. We still got probably about 6. Let's see, we got a 3-acre field to do, which I made 2.5 rounds on, and then I clogged it, and then it started raining, so we quit. So we got 3 acres pretty much to do yet. 3. Yeah, so we got about 5.5 acres to go yet, which it'll take a while. It's slow going. You can only run about 0.4 of a mile an hour with the combine, because it doesn't seem to want to feed right in the head if you go any faster. So, well, I think that's enough for this video, and thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, ask them down in the comment section, and if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button, don't forget to share it, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.